Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the Richmond versus Essendon game. I can't believe I started over those the two teams. But yeah, Richmond lost. I predicted Richmond to win this, and I wish I would be like 25th or something like that if I hadn't predicted this. If I hadn't predicted the upset and just gone with the favourite, I'd be like 25th. But in the end, I don't actually think I lost any ground. I think I lost like 3 or 4 places, which is honestly nothing. So yeah, not the end of the world with that, but just a bad pick trying to catch up with the crowd, which was annoying. As like it looked good or early as Richmond got out to like a 6 point, I think it was like a 6 point lead or something like that, and then Essendon scored too quickly, and I don't think they ever gave up the lead after that. But anyway, before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here, CONTI 108, 27 touches, Brennan 82, Sheeran 77. These three always seem to dominate. Dempsey and Seymour sort of the tier below, I would say, if you had to put them in tiers. And Egan's gone back after that little blitz that she had. If we look here at Egan, you can see here she sort of had a blitz for 2 or so weeks here, 4 and 5, and then to a certain extent round 6, but she's back to scoring 50s because CONTI seems to be back to her best of 108 there. Brennan 82 is a decent enough forward option, but she's getting no midfield time, so she's not really that relevant, I would say. She did have a couple of good games against Carlton and GWS, but not terribly relevant. And if we go to Brennan here, they play Hawks next week, which will be an interesting game actually now thinking about it. Hawthorn versus Richmond. Both teams sort of iffy. That will actually be one of the harder tipping games. We'll see what the crowd sort of goes with, and we'll see who they tip. I think it's the Adelaide game that's the big one, isn't it? Against Brisbane, who are you going to tip there? You'd probably have to tip Adelaide going on form. But I think that will be probably an 85-15 split, to be honest. But anyway, back to this game. Brennan did well. We talked about Sheeran, 19, 2 and 5. She did really well splitting the lines, but that doesn't really do much for fantasy's sake. Really dominated the third quarter as Richmond tried to and sort of dominated that quarter for the first 10 or so minutes, but then let it slip right at the end, and that pretty much killed off the game. As I believe they conceded, they got it back to about 6 points, and then Essendon went bang bang, and it was pretty much over once it got out to 19 or so points again. It was out to 13 points at 3/4 time, and then they went bang early in the fourth quarter and got it out to that. It would have been 20-point margin, and when it got out to 20, it was a dead game, to be honest with you. So there's that. Dempsey here did all right in the second half with a 51, but the first half of 20 just wasn't good enough. Sheeran with a 26 first half, not really good enough. Seymour as a ruckman, 57, not the greatest, but sort of just there or thereabouts. CONTI, though, dominated the first half, fell away in the second with only 46 in the second, compared to a 62 first, which would have, if she'd gotten a 62 second, probably would have helped Richmond actually win the game. They would have got closer and potentially levelled it in the third, but they just squandered chance after chance, basically, in the third, which sort of sucks. Yes, here 51. If we look at the actual touches here, you'll see Brennan actually does really well marks and tackle-wise, but when she doesn't get the disposals, it seems like she really struggles. If we look here at Brennan, I spelled that wrong. Here we go, Brennan. You can see here 5 and 6, 4 and 4, 3 and 4, 5 and 4. 4 and 5, 3 and 3, 0 and 5, 3 and 2. The 3 and 3 game, she actually had her second best score of the year because she kicked a 1-goal 3, which helped with 9 points, and had the 17 kicks, which was her best of the year. But that 4 and 5 game was where she really dominated. Also had the 13 kicks and the 2 goals to really help it boost above this 82 against Essendon. Hawthorn's an interesting one. Would have to look at their rest of their year to see if she's actually viable. But I do think that Stannett or someone else instead of Heads is probably more a viable option to go for than to try and take a jump on Brennan, given that they've got Hawthorn. Then they've also got Geelong, which is a tough game, and then they've also gotten Collingwood in round 10, so that is a tough run in, which I don't think Brennan will particularly score well in, to be honest with you. so I don't think that's an option to go for Brennan. Then we move over to the likes of Essendon. Again, forgetting who's actually playing. Wales 99 dominated the last quarter. You can see here it was on 56 at halftime, so it was actually tracking really well. A 43-point last half, including a 30-point fourth, is kind of disappointing that she went 13, but a good thing because she was the best ruckman score by a little bit, I believe. If we look at the round points, get rid of them. Yeah, you can see Moody, Hickey, Strom here as well. She had a 15-point last. That would put her level with Moody, and it wouldn't have been that bad of a decision going for Strom. But I'm sure that it will pay out in the future not going for Wales. As she went up 49k to go up to 946, but it would have actually been nice to go for her, as it would have probably had more money to spend on single going up. I would have had actually, I think, I bought Strom at 942 and Wales was 897, so that would have saved me 45k, and 45k, I think, if I look at the forward options, actually I don't think would have got me anywhere close to, it might have actually gotten me close to Morrison if I had used Karras. But trying to save Karras for cash gen reasons, as I hope she plays next week and can put up a 40 or something against, who are they playing? Carlton. That should be a tough rucker matchup, but hopefully she can do some damage and get a 40 there. But Sparkus here, 1 goal, 95 fantasy points, 6 and 4, which is actually a -6. Would have got her the 100 if she'd just gone clean there. Gave away a couple of free kicks. 3 and 7, 7 tackles is pretty decent. So that is what 37 non-disposal points. Take away the 6 there, add the 6 back. So that's 37 non-disposal points in itself out of 95. So that's what, around about that 40 marker. Nan scored 93. She's been one that sort of kicked on once I actually got rid of her. Too Good, 83, 17, 8 and 3. So pretty decent. Radford, Bannister, Scott, Walker, Kane, Van der Heuvel, Tierney, Dyke, Gamble. No one else here really too exciting. No one else here really underscoring here. So yeah, just a weird game all round, to be honest with you. Wales, I wasn't expecting to go huge, but that's probably a testament of how little I've looked into the women's team and how I'm trying to play catch up, and how that I haven't. I thought that still Strom was the best option, and I still think it will be the best option in itself, as Karras did give me 50k, and I'm trying to gain more out of her in the coming weeks. But yeah, pretty much that's the video there. Of the Essendon versus Richmond game, and then you'll see North Melbourne, Port Adelaide, Carlton, Collingwood, and West Coast and Melbourne tomorrow, and then on Wednesday you will see my team review, and then some other videos, maybe an end to maybe looking through at the trade period and seeing if any trades have fancy relevance, etc. Potentially also what the Swans will do for the rest of the off-season, etc. I have some videos lined up, or some thoughts and ideas. I just need to actually get those videos recorded, etc. and out to you guys. But anyway, that is the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.